Jana Duggar. You've heard the name, but what you think you know is just scratching the surface. For years, Jana was known as the quiet one, the Duggar who stayed in the background while her siblings grabbed the spotlight with weddings, careers, and growing families. People wondered why she was still single, living at home, while the others moved on with their lives. Some called her too picky, others thought she might never settle down. But the truth is, Jana was waiting for her own moment, and now that it's here, it's nothing like anyone expected. What's happening in Jana's life right now is making people stop and take a second look. And by the end of this, you might just see her in a whole new way. For years, people asked the same question over and over. Why is Jana still single? As the second oldest Duggar sibling, she was surrounded by a family where weddings seemed to happen every year. Her younger brothers and sisters were marrying off, starting families and building homes, while Jana stayed put. It wasn't just fans and tabloids wondering. Even her own family made it clear that marriage was expected. But what most people missed is that Jana was quietly rewriting her own story. She wasn't sitting around waiting. She was choosing carefully when and how to take that next step. And then came the surprise that no one saw coming. Jana announced her marriage to Stephen Wisman. After years of rumors and speculation, the quiet Duggar sister was finally a bride. But this wasn't just any wedding. It was a grand celebration with over 500 guests, a moment that felt like the closing of one chapter and the start of something completely new. The most shocking part? This wasn't their first time around. Jana and Stephen had dated before, separated, and then found their way back to each other years later. This wasn't some fast, impulsive romance. It was a relationship built on patience, timing, and trust. Jana later opened up about the emotions she felt watching her siblings walk down the aisle while she waited. She admitted it wasn't easy, but she believed the right time would come. And when Stephen reappeared, she knew this was different. This wasn't just about love. It was about finding someone who truly understood her. What happened next took everyone by surprise. Jana left the Duggar family home and moved to Nebraska with Stephen. Now, this wasn't just a change of address. It was a total reset. For someone who grew up with strict rules and endless family traditions, this move meant independence. It meant starting a life that was fully her own. Jana, once seen as the girl who stayed back, was now stepping into a whole new world. And she wasn't just playing the role of a wife, she was building a life the way she always dreamed. In Nebraska, Jana and Stephen started renovating their new home. But this wasn't just about picking out new furniture or slapping on fresh paint. It was personal. It was about creating a space that reflected them, who they were as a couple and as individuals. And if you know anything about Jana, you know. This is where she shines. Her love for DIY projects and interior design went into overdrive. All those years of quiet hobbies, where she worked on gardens and crafts, suddenly became a huge part of her new life. It was like watching someone finally step into their own spotlight, and then came the biggest surprise of all, her transformation. Jana, known for her modest, traditional style, shocked everyone when she showed up with a bleach blonde hairstyle during a family trip. No big announcement, no dramatic reveal. Just Jana, confident and glowing, proving she was no longer the girl. People thought they knew. This wasn't just about hair color. It was a statement. A sign that she was ready to show the world who she really is, without worrying about fitting into anyone's expectations. What made it even more interesting was how she balanced her public and private life. Jana started sharing less on social media, giving only small glimpses of her world. Just enough to keep people curious, but never too much. While some of her siblings put everything out there, Jana kept things quiet, almost mysterious. And that's what's drawing people in. She's not chasing attention. She's living life on her own terms. But there's still one detail everyone keeps missing, and it's the most surprising part of all. For years, people thought of Jana's size in one way. Maybe it was about her being the quiet one or the single one. But her real size? It's not about how tall she is or how small she seemed next to her huge family. It's about her strength, her patience, her ability to stand tall in a family where everyone else was rushing to the finish line. Jana's real size was never physical. It was the size of her courage, the size of her dreams, and the size of the life she built when no one was watching. Jana Duggar's story isn't just another Duggar update.